If you're new here, my name is Chrissy, and I am 21 years old. I'm male to female transgender. I have been on hormones now for 6 months, and I'm just kicking it, just living life. Today I thought I would do a makeup related video. I'm going to be doing my favorite palettes, makeup palettes, eyeshadow palettes, stuff like that, highlight palettes, in my makeup collection. So these are like pretty much all the palettes I have. I left like 3 out that I like do not even touch, but this is just basically, I'm going to rank them from least used, and then I'm going to end with like my favorites that I use all the time. So I will begin with my least used palette as of right now. So that is the Tarteist Pro Glow. It is a highlight and contour palette. It looks like this. Mine on the inside is kind of raggedy. I got it like 2 Christmases ago. But I used to use this all the time for just highlight. I didn't like the contour, the sculpt. It was like muddy to me. I did not like it. And then a couple of the highlights were very like chalky for at least my skin tone. Wasn't really a fan. The only ones I could use was Lit and Fire, because it was like darker. And I mean, I liked it when I first got it for months, and then I just wasn't feeling it. I just kind of faded out. So I don't use that anymore really. But it was a really good palette for like 2 years ago. I don't know if it's still in right now, but I personally don't use it. My second least used palette as of right now is definitely the Tarteist In Bloom. It is a eyeshadow palette. I've had this for like 2 years now too. And this is what it looks like on the inside. They're pretty colors. Just for me, I started to be a little more daring with my eye color, and I started doing like, these are from the Huda Beauty palette, which I'll show you. But yeah, so these just are kind of just like bland colors to me. I feel like this is kind of like if you're like starting out doing eyeshadow, this is a really good palette to use because it's really pigmented, and it creates cute eye looks. For me though, every time I used it, I would get like just a dark eye. I don't know why, because there are a lot of dark colors in it, except for these. But yeah, but if you're looking for a palette that has a black shadow, a lot of palettes these days like don't, which is weird. So this one actually is really popular. I don't really use it that much anymore. Just that's me. I'm not bashing Tarte. I'm not saying anything like that, but yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to like, oh, this is definitely my next least used one, but remember, we're going from like least used to most used. Probably next would be Morphe. This is the 350 palette. I used to use this all the time. This was like my shit. Sorry, I just like cleaned it off. This was definitely my shit a while ago. They have all these dark colors, and I loved this coppery gold. I mean, not gold, whatever this is. What is this, like a copper rose gold, dark rose gold? Look at how pigmented. But yeah, so I used to use this all the time, and I love that they have a ton of like dark crease. I know I just said I didn't like the dark ones, but these ones are good for like if you're doing like a brownish or even a bronze look. And I loved these too because those were like different, and I don't know, I just really liked them. I was like, damn, these are really different. And Morphe is super pigmented, super pigmented. I haven't hit pan on any of these because, I don't know. I mean, these are kind of chalky, these highlight things. The shimmer shades, they're supposed to be shimmer, but they're not really. But yeah, so this is next. This was Morphe. I mean, I used to use it all the time. So next, I guess we'll go, so this highlight palette is Nicole Guerrero. No, I'm sorry, it's not Nicole Guerrero. I have that though, I will be talking about that. Again, I can't edit my videos right now because my computer doesn't hook up with my phone, whatever, you're just gonna have to deal with my non-editing, okay? So this is the Ultimate Glow palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, Anastasia, whatever you wanna call her. So this is what they look like. They're really pretty highlights. I really like them. I actually recently started using this again a lot because I hit pan on my other highlights. I actually love a lot of these colors. I don't like this, obviously. Well, for me, it's just too white and it just doesn't look good on my skin, I think. But these are really pretty, all of these. I stopped using it because my friend said that it was trash. And I like started I don't know, I bought another palette and I was like, oh, that palette's so much better than this. But this definitely isn't trash that I've recently noticed. I actually like it, and I like the mirror too. I got this about 2 years ago too. A lot of my makeup's old. Not old, but yeah. Okay, so next is probably the Modern Renaissance palette. I used to use this a lot. And then I went through a phase of buying like a bunch of eyeshadow palettes at once, and then one replaced the other. So this is, I love this so much. I like to mix these two and make if I'm doing like an everyday look, I'm kind of just if you put this all over the crease and then you know, outer corner, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I should do a makeup tutorial sometime, that would be fun. And then I also really love to do, I used to put Venetian red, actually no, I used to put Love Letter on the crease. I didn't use that today, no. And then I used to put Venetian red on the outer corner, and also One Fresco all over the lid, and then, all over the crease, and then Antique Bronze. And the Warm Taupe and the Cyrus Umber are really good outer crease colors. Oh, and what is this, Realgar and Burnt Orange is really pretty too if you're looking for some combos. And then you can top it with Primavera, and it's really pretty. That's just my opinion. I like this palette a lot. The only thing I don't like is I like the texture of the packaging, but like, look, it gets like really dirty and gross because it's like almost like carpeting. Yeah. Alright, so we have 4 more palettes. Next, I'll probably go with, because I don't really use contour that much anymore, I just do bronzer usually, but unless I'm like going on like a fancy thing. So next is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I've had this for a long time. I'm almost out of this one. This is obviously my shade. I mixed these two now. This is very dark for me, and it just makes me kind of look muddy. Unless I'm like really, because I do tan a lot, so unless I'm like really tan, I probably won't go in for this. But actually, you know what? The banana powder is really good in this. I didn't mean to just flip you guys off, sorry. The banana powder is really good in this. It's good for the under eye, like after you apply your concealer, like put it onto there. It's not for highlight. They try to say that these two should be for highlight. I mean, unless you want to put like, that's like straight up chalk. That's not, I don't know. You do you, but I wouldn't use that as a highlight. But no, the banana powder is really good. It's very good for setting the under eye. I usually go in once I do my concealer, and then I put on the powder, and then I brush it off, and then I just do a little bit of, I leave that under there just for the day, not like a lot, but yeah. Thought I heard my dad coming. Ew, I don't go this way. Next is gonna be the Huda Beauty palette. So I love this friggin' palette so much. This is like godsend. I actually want to buy the rose gold, the limited edition one, really bad, but I don't have money for it. So I'm kind of screwed. But yeah, my hair's not gonna come out. So this palette is amazing. I think it's about, I should have said how much everything was. I mean, you have Google. I think it was like $60, maybe $50. Don't quote me. There's Google for that. Ask Alexa, ask whoever. Go to your local Sephora. My TV just shut off. So this palette is literally my life. I friggin' love it so much. My most used look probably is the one I have on right now. It kind of came off a little bit, but so what I do is I just go in with Amethyst on the outer corner and in the crease, and then usually I just leave it like that, but I sometimes will go in with Royal on the outer corner, and then Oud, I think it's called Oud, it's O-U-D, whatever, and then that, and then on the bottom I put on, that's great, it's a highlight eyeshadow. We'll leave it. On the bottom, I like when I try to smoke out, like today, I smoked out with Amethyst. I just think it's a really bomb palette. I think it's amazing. The colors I have never really used Musk. It's kind of just like a basic gray, maybe. I just haven't found a look where I like want to use it. But some of like I can use, this is good because it's like you can do an everyday look. Like for me, you can, if you don't even want to wear eyeshadow, you just want to like wake up your eyes a little bit and have a little bit of tint, just go in with Eden. That's what I do. All I do is just, if I'm feeling like, I don't really want to wear eyeshadow, maybe just mascara, but I don't want my eyes to look like bland, I'll just go in with Eden, just all, which is this one, it's really pretty. Just you know, in the crease, wake yourself up. And then if you want to go a little bit more and you want to give your eyes some definition, you either go in with Amber or Blazing, or you can just mix them on the outer corner, and that makes a fire look. Also, I've done Saffron, Turkish Delight together. I love the glitter ones. It's the only thing is I would recommend using concealer over the lid, or using like I have a NYX glitter glue that I use, because this glitter doesn't really, like, look at it, like it only got a little bit on it. It gets kind of like a tint. But if you want like actual, like, pack it on, you should use glitter glue or like concealer. And what I do is I do the concealer, and then I just put powder over it for a little bit and just like bake it and then brush it off kind of. And then you go in, you can actually do glitter glue over that if you want to make it really sticky, but I usually just go in and put the glitter on. But yeah, and then Desert Sand is I actually use Desert Sand as a base color for, and then if I'm using another palette for the day, I always go to Desert Sand, because this is the best base color that I've ever used out of any palette. I love it. Like, that's why I like hit pan on it kind of. And then of course Nefredi is my fave too, and I'm hit pan on that. I never even used Angelic. See, some of these, I don't pay close attention enough to these palettes unless I'm like making a video, because like I didn't even know that was there, and that's really pretty. And I used to say I don't have a pink, and now I know I have a pink. I'm so dumb. Oh my god. So yeah. Oh, and Blood Moon is fire. I love Blood Moon. This is an awesome palette. I would totally get it. Y'all. I really want to, she's so beautiful on this front. I really want to like redo that look. I've tried, but it just doesn't work. So second is the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's a highlight palette. So pretty. Oh, I love it so much. It is insanely pigmented. It is the most pigmented highlight palette I've ever used. And the thing about it is, it's a mix between a cream and a powder. Like, I personally don't love powdery highlights, but everyone's different. Like, if you like powdery highlights, I would go more of like a I'm trying to think, what's a powdery highlight? Maybe more of the regular glow kit, if you're into that. But this is so, I love it because it's so creamy and it's just like amazing. My favorite was Glow Getter. I have a little bit of Reminiscence. No, I don't. It's just so freaking pretty. Like, look at that. It's like blinding you. I'm obsessed with it. And then 143 is a little darker, but I mean, I used it one time when I was really pale, and it looked like I had bronzer on my where my highlight goes, and it was not cute. But at any rate, when I usually do like a pink eye look or a purple eye look, I love to go in with Forever Young and then pink Kitty Cat, and then Daydream's kind of like a mix of a sherbety pink orange. It's really pretty. And then I don't use Forever Lit because, like I said, personally on me, I don't like white highlights, because on me I just don't like it. But my face is looking kind of weird today. So that's that. Go out and buy this. I don't even know, do they still have this? I feel like it was limited edition. If it's still out, you need to get your hands on it because it's my absolute favorite. And drum roll, my favorite palette that I have right now is the one and only Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. This palette is literally like my life. Like, I love it. Like, I got it pretty recently because I was like, I don't want to know if I want to spend the money. It's not even that expensive. I just was like, I already have a Morphe palette, but this is like dramatically different than the regular Morphe 350. So when you open it, it's like, whoa, so many colors. I love these because these are so unique, and like, even though I tried to use it once on me and it looks like absolute garbage, but I just love this so much. I use this every day. Like, I will go in on my crease with these two, and then I will go in and darken it up with this. And I know that this looks like a brown, but it really comes out on your skin like almost like a rose gold pinkish. And then, hello, look at how friggin' gorgeous these sparkles are. Like, what, girl? This I use almost every day on my lids. It just looks fire. And you can literally make a look like a bomb look in like 5 minutes with this palette. Not even 3 minutes. All you gotta do is boom, boom, boom. Oh no, I dipped my nail in the thing. But I just am upset. These are super pigmented. These are nothing like, no offense, the Morphe 350 palette. Because these are like creamier. These are almost like the texture of the Anastasia, the Nicole Guerrero. They're very creamy, and I actually use these sometimes as highlights because they're so creamy and bomb. And like my friend the other day was like, oh my god, I like your highlight, what is it? And I was like, it's actually a shadow from the Jaclyn Hill palette. What do you know? And yeah, they have a black. She really went off on this palette, and I hope she makes a second one. Like, you need to like double it up, because this is bomb as F. And on the back it tells you the names and like everything about it, and it's really amazing. Not everything about it, but just the names. I don't know why I said everything about it. So yeah, this is my fave. So should I try to pose for a thumbnail? I feel like that never works out when I do that. It's just, maybe I'll like, because Trisha Paytas does this, so maybe like I can like, this is embarrassing that I'm doing this, but whatever. There we go, that's the thumbnail. How long do you have to sit for a thumbnail? Better not be long. All right, so that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of the love and support I've gotten in comments on my videos recently. I hope to do more videos. Please, I don't mean I hope. I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be doing more videos. Please comment on what you want to see next from me. Whatever you want, whatever you need, I'll do it. Okay, love you guys. Thank you for watching.